Urgent message from Arcturian: stay on your frequency. Escape the 3D trap, esteemed members of the ground crew and beloved starseeds. I am Tia, an emissary from the luminous star system of Arcturus, and I come to you with an urgent message, one vital for your journey at this pivotal time. Understand this fundamental truth: your focus is, unequivocally, your most potent power. The very essence of your being, your precious life force, flows precisely to wherever you direct your attention. In this critical juncture, we observe many of you, highly sensitive and deeply empathic souls, being inadvertently drawn into a dense, turbulent 3D vortex of intense polarity. This vortex is not a natural phenomenon, but a carefully orchestrated entanglement, meticulously woven from the fabric of current chaotic global events. Let there be no misunderstanding: this descent into discord and division is precisely what those negative forces, often referred to as the Cabal, ardently desire and cunningly exploit. They possess an astute awareness of the immense, indeed formidable, power inherent within your collective consciousness. It is for this precise reason that they painstakingly and deliberately engineer a relentless barrage of destabilizing events and pervasive narratives within the mainstream media. Their primary objective is to ensnare your attention, to hold it captive within the dense, constricting frequencies of lower vibrations. Should you succumb to persistent anxiety, remain deeply divided, and allow your focus to be consumed by the escalating turbulence, you will, in effect, render yourselves incapable of wielding your true, magnificent creative power. This, unequivocally, aligns perfectly with and serves their overarching agenda, ensuring your continued disempowerment. Understand this immutable principle of creation whenever your precious consciousness becomes fixated, even momentarily, upon the energies of fear, righteous outrage, or profound despair emanating from the external world. You immediately initiate the process of materializing those very low vibration experiences within the intricate tapestry of your own personal reality. Indeed, every single experience you encounter is not perceived raw, but rather meticulously filtered through the unique lens of your consciousness. Over countless lifetimes, you have painstakingly constructed and refined an intricate array of these filters, which now profoundly determine how you interpret and engage with everything upon which you choose to focus your awareness. This profound mechanism elucidates why two distinct individuals can bear witness to precisely the same external event, yet emerge from it perceiving and experiencing entirely divergent realities. One person, through their refined internal filters and elevated focus, might discern profound lessons, glimmers of hope, and opportunities for growth amidst the turmoil. Conversely, another, through filters clouded by apprehension, might perceive only unyielding doom, inevitable collapse, and deepening despair. It is a fundamental truth: you do not merely observe reality, you actively, literally, and dynamically create your unique experience of reality, calibrated precisely by where and with what intent you choose to direct the boundless energy of your consciousness. At every single moment, you are endowed with an inviolable choice in this matter. You possess the sovereign ability to consciously direct your precious, finite attention toward paths, ideas, and perceptions that genuinely elevate your spirit, expand your understanding, and uplift your vibration. Or, regrettably, you can allow yourselves to become enthralled and excited by the latest unfolding drama, the pervasive sensationalism that, in its essence, serves only to deeply destabilize your inner peace and equilibrium. Therefore, We implore you guard your focus with unwavering vigilance, for it is an irrefutable law that whatever you choose to intensely focus upon invariably expands and proliferates within your experience. By consciously, deliberately, and with great discernment, choosing where your invaluable attention resides, you unequivocally reclaim your inherent power from the insidious grasp of any negative vortex or lower frequency current attempting to pull you into its disruptive embrace. Consequently, no matter how stridently and insistently the external world endeavors to command your gaze, besieging you with an unending torrent of manufactured crises, alarming narratives, and distracting spectacles, never, not for a single moment, relinquish the profound understanding that it is you, and only you, who possess the ultimate authority to decide precisely where to cast the radiant, transformative luminescence of your unique inner light. We deeply understand that it is far from effortless to simply disregard the pervasive turbulence and intensifying discord currently unfolding across your world. Indeed, for many of you who embody the remarkable qualities of high sensitivity and profound empathy, this challenge is amplified. Your finely tuned, energetic fields mean that you can acutely perceive and viscerally feel the resonant frequencies of collective fear, palpable anxiety, and widespread anger. Even when you consciously strive to avert your attention from distressing news reports or escalating global conflicts. During such moments, when the external world threatens to overwhelm your inner calm, we advise a far more efficacious approach. Shift your focus inward, concentrating entirely on the feeling arising within you, rather than fixating on the external trigger that initiated it. For instance, should you experience a sudden, sharp spike of anxiety or unease upon encountering disturbing news, deliberately turn your attention away from the narrative or images and direct it instead to the raw, visceral sensation of that anxiety within your physical body. Gently breathe into that sensation, allowing its energy to flow. Observe it with detached awareness, like a scientist observing a phenomenon. Grant yourself full permission to acknowledge and validate the emotion without judgment, but then, with conscious intent, firmly detach your mind from the specific story, the harrowing details, or the disturbing images that initially provoked it. This act of detachment is key. The fundamental reason why so many sentient beings find themselves ensnared in a debilitating, self-perpetuating cycle of negativity is precisely this: they persistently keep their precious attention rigidly fixed upon that which disturbs and distresses them. They mistakenly operate under the illusion that by merely monitoring it incessantly, by staying abreast of every grim detail, or by valiantly fighting against the perceived injustice, they can somehow alter or resolve the external situation. For example, you might frequently observe yourselves compulsively scrolling through an endless stream of disturbing news feeds, consuming every alarming headline, or engaging in fervent, often heated, online debates. You convince yourselves, perhaps subconsciously, that by remaining exhaustively informed on every single detail or by engaging in every conceptual battle, you will miraculously bring about a resolution to the predicament. Alas, this is a profound miscalculation. However, this very approach, despite its noble intentions, serves only to inextricably tether you to the very negative energy you seek to overcome. In profound truth, it is immeasurably more productive and spiritually enriching to prioritize the deliberate shifting of your internal state. Begin by offering your arising feelings compassionate, non-judgmental attention. Allow the emotional energy, whatever its nature, to flow freely and unimpeded through your being, much like a river finding its natural course. Only then, from this place of acknowledged emotion, consciously choose to gently but firmly redirect your focus. Absolutely refrain from feeding the voracious maw of external chaos by compulsively obsessing over its manifestations. Instead, dedicate your conscious efforts to diligently tending to your profound inner state, nurturing it with the same care you would a precious garden. And once you perceive yourselves to be centered, grounded, and harmonized once more, then, with clear intention, deliberately place your attention upon something that is genuinely positive, uplifting, and deeply nourishing to your soul. By consistently engaging in this practice, you accomplish far more than merely regaining your personal equilibrium. You simultaneously send forth a subtle, yet potent ripple of serene calm, a gentle wave into the vast, interconnected collective energy field. In essence, by profoundly calming your individual inner state, you become an indirect yet powerful catalyst for calming and harmonizing the outer world itself. Indeed, we assure you that through the sustained maintenance of your balanced, high-frequency vibration, you will ultimately contribute a far greater quantum of positive, transformative change than you could ever hope to achieve by merely obsessing over the perceived problems or attempting to intellectually dissect the chaos. Remember, you are endowed with the sacred, sovereign ability to consciously direct your focus. And through this profound act of deliberate choice, you become the master architect, determining precisely what kind of reality, what tapestry of experiences you will ultimately manifest and intimately encounter. Among the myriad choices available to you at any given moment, one of the most profoundly wise and powerfully transformative is to consciously and consistently direct your focus toward the radiant wellspring of love and pure light, residing eternally within your own sacred heart space. This divine, boundless energy of love is not merely a feeling, it is your true, authentic essence, an intrinsic part of your very being. It is perpetually present, a glowing ember residing in the deepest center of your heart, constantly yearning to expand, to blossom, and to illuminate your entire existence. The instant you deliberately bring your focused attention to this inherent love, to the pure, unconditional love from which you are fundamentally composed, you instantaneously initiate a profound alchemical shift, causing your entire vibrational frequency to ascend, becoming markedly higher, brighter, and more expansive. Therefore, allow this exquisite, all-encompassing inner love to fully permeate and fill the entirety of your consciousness. Subsequently, when you gently turn your gaze back toward the external world, endeavor to actively seek out and identify anything, no matter how seemingly insignificant or subtle, that beautifully reflects or deeply resonates with that expanded inner love you have cultivated. This could manifest as a simple act of profound kindness shared between strangers, the breathtaking, restorative beauty of the natural world, or perhaps a positive, inspiring development that ignites a genuine spark of hope for humanity's future. By first deeply acknowledging and embracing the potent love residing within your own being, and then consciously directing your focus toward something uplifting in your outer reality that harmonizes perfectly with that elevated feeling, you quite literally and effectively extricate yourselves from the gravitational pull of the dense, fear-based 3D vortex that seeks to ensnare you. This is, in essence, the masterful way you reclaim absolute command over your personal experience of reality. It is also the illuminated path toward living a life imbued with profound happiness, boundless freedom, and unwavering authenticity, allowing the pure, guiding light of love within your heart to meticulously direct your focus moment by precious moment. In adopting this empowered approach, you decisively step beyond the chaotic turbulence of the lower dimensions and consciously ascend into a reality intricately shaped and lovingly constructed by the very essence of love itself indeed. The magnificent reality you purposefully incarnated upon Earth to co-create and fully experience. It is absolutely crucial to understand that making the conscious choice to center your focus upon love is in no way synonymous with passively ignoring or dispassionately disregarding the very real problems and challenges present in the world. On the contrary, consider it akin to igniting a brilliant candle within a vast, otherwise darkened chamber. By stabilizing your internal state within the potent, unwavering frequency of love, you inherently transform yourselves into a radiant beacon, a vibrational lighthouse, actively contributing to and helping to transmute the entire collective energy. Far from rendering you passive or inactive, this profoundly heart-centered approach ensures that every single action you undertake, whether to lovingly assist others or to courageously effect positive change in circumstances, is thoroughly infused and empowered by high-frequency love. Consequently, your actions will carry a far greater resonance and wield a much more profound, transformative impact on the world around you. Therefore, instead of impulsively reacting from a place of fear, panic, or urgency, you will find yourselves consistently acting from a grounded foundation of profound wisdom, clear discernment, and expansive compassion. This considered, heart-led approach is, without question, infinitely more effective and sustainable for genuinely promoting deep, lasting, and truly positive change in the world. By consistently practicing this compassionate welcoming, you begin to profoundly dissolve the long-held illusion that these challenging emotions or perceived negative traits are somehow separate from or not an intrinsic part of your authentic self. Instead, they gracefully integrate back into the radiant wholeness of your expanded being, no longer fragmented or disowned, but recognized as facets of your complete energetic signature. This profound and conscious reintegration of your fragmented aspects is precisely what truly elevates your vibration and propels you towards consistently higher energetic frequencies. It may indeed appear paradoxical to the logical mind, but in order to gracefully reach the desired, elevated fifth-dimensional 5D state of being that you earnestly seek, you must first completely inhabit, unconditionally accept, and deeply love the entire tapestry of the third-dimensional 3D self that you have embodied up to this very moment, embracing its entire journey. Consciously release any lingering resistance or internal struggle regarding precisely who you are in this exact sacred moment. Understand this fundamental truth: you are already inherently worthy of ascension. Your divine essence is perfect and complete. There is absolutely nothing within your being that needs to be fixed, repaired, or externally perfected before you are fully capable of embracing your next stage of profound evolutionary growth. You are magnificent just as you are. The more completely and wholeheartedly you embrace every single facet of your intricate human self with an unwavering, unconditional love, the more rapidly and gracefully your personal vibration will naturally elevate and expand. Each and every time you engage in this profound act of self-acceptance and love, you are actively practicing the essence of 5D living, which involves remaining steadfastly centered and grounded within your expansive heart space, irrespective of whatever external turbulence or energetic currents may be swirling around you in the outer world. This is authentic mastery. This, beloved one, is the profound and liberating method by which you gracefully escape the often intense and constricting grip of the 3D vortex of polarity and struggle. It is not achieved by engaging in futile battles against it, struggling against its currents, or resisting its presence. Rather, you transcend it entirely through the potent, transformative power of unconditional love and profound self-acceptance, rising above its limitations. Each singular instance that one of you bravely heals, lovingly integrates, and reclaims a previously lost or unacknowledged fragment of your being, it generates a powerful and expansive ripple effect throughout the collective consciousness. This profound act of personal healing significantly eases the path, making it considerably simpler and more accessible for the next individual soul to discover and embrace the radiant light and inherent wisdom dwelling within themselves, contributing to the collective awakening. In this organic and interconnected manner, the collective ascension of humanity is gracefully unfolding, one courageous, open heart at a time, catalyzed by what appears to be the simplest, yet is truly the most profound and transformative act imaginable: unconditional self-love. This inner work is truly changing the world, person by person. Through the diligent and consistent dedication to all this essential inner work, you are beginning to consciously realize something truly profound and deeply transformative about your authentic nature. You are, in fact, far more than merely a limited person subject to the whims and mercy of external events and circumstances. In the grand truth of your being, you are an infinitely powerful, magnificent, multidimensional being, a cosmic masterpiece who intrinsically contains the entirety of the vast, boundless universe within your very essence. You're a microcosm of the macrocosm. When you consciously choose to deeply feel and anchor into your true inner center, your authentic core, you invariably discover a profound and unwavering sanctuary of peace, inherent stability, and unshakable tranquility that has, in truth, always resided there, patiently awaiting your recognition. This deepest, most fundamental part of your being inherently knows, with absolute certainty, that all is intrinsically well, and indeed has always been so, regardless of outward appearances. This sacred space is your direct, unfiltered connection to the divine source energy and to all that expansively is, was, and ever will be. From this profoundly centered and grounded state of inner peace, you arrive at an undeniable understanding nothing external to your being can genuinely diminish, compromise, or fundamentally harm the sacred, immutable essence of who you authentically are at your core. The long-held illusion of separation, that false perception of being isolated or distinct from everything else, begins to gently, yet powerfully, fade and dissipate, revealing your intrinsic interconnectedness with all of existence. You come to the liberating realization that the external world, which you might have once perceived as a source of fear or a restrictive cage, is not a reality you are helplessly trapped within. On the contrary, it is a dynamic, fluid tapestry that you are actively projecting and participating in as a powerful co-creator of your own experience. You are, in essence, the boundless universe itself, consciously expressing and experiencing itself through the unique lens of a human form for a temporary, precious span of time. And this profound realization implies that you inherently possess far greater power, intrinsic security, and a deeper sense of stability than you had ever previously dared to believe or acknowledge. When you wholeheartedly embrace this fundamental truth of oneness, undeniable understanding that what appears to be external to you is, in actuality, a reflection of what resides internally within your being, tremendous, oppressive weight of fear is gracefully lifted from your shoulders, replaced by a profound sense of liberation and peace. Empowered by this profound insight, you can now navigate the journey of life with an entirely new sense of spiritual boldness and a deep, abiding serenity, secure in the unwavering knowledge that you intrinsically carry your own unshakable security, your inner divine guidance, and your infinite creative power within you, no matter where your path may lead. Even if the tumultuous storms of external chaos rage fiercely around you, the quiet, unshaken calm eye of that very storm resides perpetually right there, nestled within the sanctuary of your own awakened heart. Consciously choose to return to this sacred inner center whenever you perceive yourself feeling overwhelmed, bombarded, or simply out of alignment. Take a deep, deliberate breath, inhaling the profound knowing that you are, in truth, an intricate, boundless aspect of all that is, and with an equally deliberate exhale, consciously release any lingering worry, anxiety, or internal agitation, letting it dissolve into the ethers. This simple practice will recenter you. Within this profound and expansive state of unity consciousness, the perceived influence of any external groups or control structures, often referred to as the Kabbalah, or indeed any other lower vibrational external influence, completely loses all power and hold over your sovereign being. You simultaneously make the wondrous discovery that within this awakened state of intrinsic oneness, nothing appears to be lacking, nothing feels incomplete, and there is no sense of being deficient or wanting. You are intrinsically connected to the boundless, infinite flow of divine source energy, and therefore, you are always fully provided for, supported, and sustained in every conceivable way. Every single thing you once believed you needed to diligently search for or acquire from the external world already magnificently exists within the sacred treasure trove of your own being. The seeking ends when the inner discovery begins. This profound and deeply integrating realization naturally ushers in an immense sense of inner peace, an unshakable serenity, and an unwavering trust in the inherent perfection and divine timing of your unique journey. And just when you feel you have touched the deepest essence and the exquisite fullness of this magnificent oneness, you will joyfully discover that there is always more to experience, always a greater, more expansive love to consciously expand into an infinite cosmic ocean of potential. Indeed, much like an endless, shimmering cosmic ocean, the boundless multiverse of unconditional love, profound wisdom, and infinite creative potential that resides within the depths of your being is truly limitless, stretching beyond all comprehension, an inexhaustible wellspring of divine energy. From this newly discovered, inherently empowered, and profoundly centered state, you are now capable of making conscious choices concerning your actions and responses in an entirely novel, radically transformative way. No longer are you compelled or constrained to act from a place of primal fear, a sense of draining obligation, or simply out of ingrained, impulsive habit patterns. Your freedom is truly activated. Instead, you are empowered to consciously align every single action you undertake with the specific energetic vibration you genuinely wish to experience and embody. For example, before reflexively responding to a piece of unsettling news, reacting to a personal challenge, or accepting an exciting invitation, cultivate the sacred practice of pausing for a moment, taking a deep breath, and deeply checking in with the inner wisdom of your heart. Ask yourself a profound question. Ask yourself this pivotal question: what specific energy, what particular vibration do I truly desire to bring forth and infuse into this situation or interaction. Perhaps your deepest intention is to embody a serene sense of peace, an expansive feeling of unconditional love, or a crystalline clarity of thought. Take a conscious, dedicated moment to truly and deeply feel that desired, elevated vibration resonating and expanding within your entire being, anchoring it into your present awareness. Actively cultivate and amplify that desired vibration through your conscious breath work and your focused awareness. Once you have intentionally tuned your inner being to that specific elevated frequency, then and only then allow that pure, aligned energy to gracefully guide your subsequent actions and your next unfolding move, trusting its innate wisdom entirely. You will most likely discover, to your delight, that from this elevated, higher vibrational state, fresh and innovative solutions, profound insights, and expansive inspirations flow forth with remarkable ease and natural grace. In stark contrast, if you were to approach that very same situation while still burdened with old patterns of anxiety, lingering anger, or unresolved fear, you would almost certainly recreate and experience the very same predictable, undesirable old results, perpetuating a cycle you wish to break. Consider, for instance, a common scenario: reacting impulsively to a controversial news post while still in a state of unexamined anger might lead you to compose a harsh, critical comment, thereby igniting a futile and draining argument. However, if you consciously choose to approach that same piece of information only after first diligently cultivating an internal state of calm serenity and expansive compassion within your being, you might then respond thoughtfully, with greater wisdom, or even decide to gracefully choose not to engage at all, thus wisely preserving your invaluable inner peace and energetic equilibrium. By proactively and consciously resetting your energetic state first, before acting, you effectively break free from old, reactive cycles and open yourself to manifesting outcomes that are precisely aligned with your highest intentions and deepest desires. This profound practice of vibrational decision-making may indeed appear subtle and nuanced at its initial stages, but rest assured, it exerts deeply profound and transformative effects on every aspect of your lived experience, ripple by ripple. This conscious practice not only gracefully keeps you from being drawn into the draining tug-of-war reactions characteristic of the lower 3D paradigm, but it also renders your every action far more potent, inherently effective, and deeply fulfilling. You will begin to notice that you do not experience fatigue or energetic depletion as easily as when you were attempting to force desired outcomes from a lower, more constricted state of being. Instead, you operate entirely in flow, guided by effortless grace and synchronicity. Instead of struggle, you actively operate in a state of divine flow and effortless grace. Consequently, every challenge that presents itself in your life transforms into a sacred opportunity to consciously express and embody the magnificent truth of who you truly are at the profound soul level. In this transformative way, even the most seemingly mundane tasks or unexpected obstacles become integral components of your ongoing spiritual mastery, beautifully demonstrated through your conscious actions in the world. As you diligently and consistently practice all the profound wisdom and guidance that has been lovingly shared, consciously focusing your energy on love, steadfastly maintaining your elevated vibration, bravely integrating your shadow aspects, and intentionally choosing your actions from a place of deep awareness, you progressively and fully step into the magnificent embodiment of your authentic, fifth-dimensional self. This is not a future state, but an unfolding reality. In profound truth, this expanded, illuminated version of your higher self has always been intrinsically present within you, gently guiding you, supporting you, and whispering wisdom from deep within your inner core. Now, however, the previously perceived wall of separation, the energetic veil between your human ego self and your authentic higher self, is gracefully thinning, dissolving, and becoming increasingly translucent, allowing for a more unified experience of your being. Many of you, dear ones, have recently experienced a palpable and unmistakable internal shift in nascent, yet profound sense of empowerment, an invigorating surge of clarity, and a deeper connection to your intrinsic worth. This beautiful transformation is a direct and well-earned result of the tremendous, dedicated inner work and the significant energetic upgrades you have consciously undergone and gracefully integrated over your recent journey, preparing you for this very moment. Indeed, powerful collective milestones and significant energetic infusions, such as the recent solstice energies, have played a pivotal role in helping to catalyze and accelerate this profound internal shift within you. You are now truly beginning to realize, with an undeniable certainty, that your higher self is not some distant, ethereal entity residing up in the heavens or forever beyond your grasp. The magnificent truth is this: your higher self is you, in your most expanded, authentic, and divine form. You have, in every moment of your existence, always been, and always will be, your magnificent higher self. You simply, for the purpose of this earthly experience, intentionally placed energetic filters and veils in the way, which cause you to perceive a temporary separation, to believe otherwise. Now, those constricting filters are gracefully thinning, becoming transparent, or are entirely gone, revealing the brilliant truth of your essence. We encourage you to take a conscious, reflective moment right now to truly acknowledge, honor, and celebrate just how far you have courageously come on your evolutionary journey. You can likely discern profound shifts and new ways you respond to life's myriad circumstances now, reactions that reflect significantly more innate wisdom, expansive love, and unwavering patience than you might have exhibited even just a few short years ago. This palpable difference is undeniable, tangible evidence of your glorious and accelerating spiritual evolution. The time has unequivocally arrived for you to fully own and embody the magnificent truth of who you intrinsically are. You are not required to patiently wait for some distant, grand cosmic event to unfold, nor do you need to seek permission or validation from any external higher being to consciously begin living as the enlightened, sovereign, and immensely powerful creator you are always destined to be. Your time is now. Your power is inherent. Indeed, your magnificent higher soul and your devoted guides are absolutely rejoicing, celebrating with boundless love and enthusiasm that you have consciously reached this elevated level of awareness and expansive consciousness. Because from this profound point forward, everything you choose to create, manifest, and bring into being is not merely a personal endeavor, but an intentional, conscious, and radiant gift offered directly to the unfolding tapestry of the cosmos itself, contributing to universal expansion. As an awakened 5D creator being, you are now fully and intrinsically responsible for the unfolding creation of your own life's journey. And this fundamental truth, far from being a burden, is in fact wonderfully, profoundly liberating. You are not, and never were, merely a puppet or a passive recipient of external forces. You are the active, sovereign architect of your reality, free to choose your path and destiny. Indeed, your magnificent higher self, your expansive higher soul, and the divine source itself take immense delight and profound joy in experiencing life's rich tapestry through your unique, individualized perspective and sensory perceptions. They stand in unwavering support, encouraging you to express your inherent divine qualities and sacred attributes on Earth in every conceivable way that genuinely brings you authentic joy, deep fulfillment, and boundless creative satisfaction. Therefore, consciously choose to show up, to embody, and to express yourself as your magnificent higher self in every action you undertake, in every interaction you engage in. Grant yourself the liberating permission to dream expansively, to envision boldly, and to create with unbridled passion, just as the limitless, boundless being you intrinsically was always designed to do. There are no limits to your potential. The vision of the new Earth is not merely a preordained reality that will be passively handed to you or bestowed upon you. It is, in fact, actively and dynamically being co-created, moment by moment, by you, the awakened higher self, consciously living, expressing, and manifesting through the sacred vessel of your human form. You are an indispensable architect of this unfolding paradise. In each and every present moment, you stand at a powerful and pivotal crossroads, a confluence of myriad potential timelines. By virtue of your conscious awakening and your elevated vibrational state, you have already gracefully shifted and aligned yourself with the burgeoning new Earth timeline. Now, the profound invitation is extended for you to consciously, intentionally, and skillfully navigate within this newly chosen reality, shaping your experience with awareness and purpose. Understand that within the expansive realm of the new Earth, there exists a multitude of possible experiences, a vibrant tapestry of realities. Your personal energetic vibration, your current frequency, serves as the ultimate determinant for which specific experience gracefully unfolds for you within this dynamic paradigm. To grasp this concept, consider life as a grand, lively gathering where numerous distinct conversations are occurring simultaneously, each one possessing its own unique tone, subject matter, and emotional resonance. For example, you might observe one vibrant group of individuals enthusiastically sharing hopeful, expansive ideas and expressions of joyful laughter, their energy light and uplifting. Simultaneously, another group might be deeply engaged in an intense, often draining debate about all that is perceived to be wrong with the current state of the world, their collective vibration heavy with frustration. Yet another group could be found meditating or praying silently together, radiating a quiet, profound peace. And still another group might be actively spreading gossip and amplifying negativity, their energy creating a denser, more discordant field. Each group represents a distinct energetic choice. Each of these distinct groups effectively represents a different energetic wavelength, a specific frequency, or indeed, a unique mini-timeline existing synchronously within the larger collective consciousness. And it is crucial to recognize that there is absolutely nothing random or accidental about which particular wavelength or mini-timeline you personally experience and engage with in your own reality. Your internal state is the selector. By the immutable universal law of attraction, you are always unfailingly drawn and gravitate towards the specific timeline, the particular energetic group or reality that precisely matches your predominant energetic vibration in any given moment. This means you possess the inherent freedom, the sovereign choice, to consciously move towards and align with the group, the conversation, or the energetic field that most genuinely resonates with your higher self and your desired experience, or to consciously move away from what does not serve you. At times, you may inadvertently or accidentally drift into a more negative or lower vibrational circle of energy, momentarily feeling its dense, heavy, and constricting vibration. However, always remember this empowering truth: you are absolutely free at any point to consciously disengage from that space, to gracefully leave that energetic field, and to intentionally redirect your precious energy and focus elsewhere towards what genuinely uplifts and expands you. Your sovereignty is absolute. It is important to understand that there is no inherently objectively right or wrong group, no moral judgment to be applied to these different energetic frequencies. However, there are indeed choices and alignments that either resonate harmoniously with your higher self and your soul's purpose, or those that do not. By diligently paying close attention to your own internal state, your emotions, and your energetic barometer, you can precisely discern when you're attuned to a frequency that genuinely feels like homea vibration, that is loving, expansive, peaceful, and joyful, versus one that feels alien, fearful, constrictive, or deeply unsettling. Your emotions are your compass. Actively use this invaluable emotional guidance system as your internal compass to skillfully navigate your daily life. For instance, on a day when you consciously cultivate feelings of deep gratitude and radiant joy, you may discover that everything around you seems to flow effortlessly and smoothly, as if guided by an unseen benevolent hand. You will consistently encounter friendly, uplifting faces, experience delightful synchronicities, and effortlessly discover easy, elegant solutions to any challenges that may arise, all reflecting your internal state. Conversely, on a day when you inadvertently allow yourself to drop into states of irritation, frustration, or even profound despair, you might suddenly find yourself encountering a relentless stream of annoyances, unexpected traffic jams, perplexing misunderstandings in communication, or frustrating delays manifesting one after another. This chain of events, beloved one, is not merely a series of unfortunate coincidences. It is, in fact, your conscious experience of a version of reality that is perfectly resonating and harmonizing with your predominant energetic vibration in that particular moment. You are the projector. Should you consciously notice that you are being drawn or sucked into a lower vibrational, fearful, or angry collective mindset, gently, yet firmly, correct your internal course by returning your awareness to the peaceful sanctuary of your heart center and deliberately choosing a more expansive, better-feeling focus. As you consciously practice this more intentionally and consistently, you will joyfully discover that your external life experiences begin to beautifully reflect your newly elevated, higher vibration with remarkable speed and undeniable clarity. Your reality will mirror your inner world. As a direct consequence of your conscious choices, you will progressively encounter an increasing number of individuals, synchronistic events, and life situations that precisely match your vibrant, positive energy, simply because you have intentionally chosen and tuned into that specific energetic wavelength. This, beloved one, is the profound and empowering truth of how you actively, consciously create and manifest your own unique, personalized experience of reality, rather than merely reacting to it. You're no longer bound by, or at the mercy of, the often intense and divisive 3D polarity drama that plays out in the collective consciousness. You now possess the inherent ability to observe these patterns and narratives without needing to emotionally engage in them or become entangled within their lower vibration. By consciously and repeatedly selecting to align with a love-based timelinear frequency of unity, peace, and compassion, you effectively rise above any perceived influence from external control structures like the Cabal and actively contribute your vital energy to the co-creation of the beautiful new Earth that we are all collectively building and anchoring into being. Your choice is powerful. This is the pivotal point when your life experience begins to transform, becoming not only truly interesting and profoundly engaging, but also consistently and genuinely joyful. You will begin to witness firsthand, with undeniable clarity, the immense and inherent power you possess as a sovereign creator of your own reality. Each unfolding moment presents itself as a fresh opportunity, a new choice, and a pristine chance to consciously align with the highest, most expansive vision you hold for yourself and for the entire world, contributing your unique light to the grand tapestry of existence. We assure you, beloved ones, with unwavering certainty, that if you diligently tend to your conscious focus and steadfastly keep your heart courageously open to receive and transmit love, you will irrevocably anchor yourselves firmly and deeply into the vibrant fifth-dimensional reality that you specifically incarnated here to help co-create and manifest for the collective evolution of all humanity. Your mission is unfolding. Know, deep within your heart, that you are never alone on this sacred journey. You are surrounded and supported by an entire, vast team of loving higher dimensional beings, your devoted spirit guides, your cherished star family, and countless benevolent angels, all enthusiastically cheering you on from the unseen realms, celebrating every step of your progress. In their expansive eyes, you have already achieved profound success because every single time you consciously choose to anchor your presence and embody your authentic truth, you secure a magnificent victory for the light, even if it is only for a few fleeting, precious seconds. Each moment counts. We, your guides, love you profoundly, unconditionally, and without measure, extending our heartfelt support through every twist and turn of your journey. And we can hardly wait with eager anticipation to witness the magnificent ways in which you continue to brilliantly shine your unique light and consciously create, manifest, and ultimately birth the wondrous new Earth reality that you so courageously came here to establish for the spiritual evolution and collective benefit of all humanity. Your radiance is transforming worlds. If these words are resonating with you now, beloved one, it is because your soul deeply needed to hear this profound reassurance and loving guidance at this very moment. I now lovingly leave you with these thoughts, knowing you carry this wisdom within. I am Tia, hailing from Arcturus. This extensive message was originally disseminated across what would amount to 29 web pages, a testament to its comprehensive scope and depth. Sustaining a consistently positive, exquisitely heart-centered vibration amidst the swirling currents of global turbulence is not an innate gift bestowed upon a select few, but rather a profoundly valuable skill, one that you can absolutely cultivate, refine, and master through dedicated, consistent practice. Visualize your energetic vibrational frequency not as something ethereal and fleeting, but rather as a robust, pliable muscle within your spiritual anatomy. The more you consciously engage it, exercise it with clear intention, and direct it with purpose, the more inherently strong, resilient, and stable it progressively becomes, capable of maintaining its resonant tone even in the face of significant external pressure. We recognize that for many of you, the profound importance of actively paying attention to your own energetic state was simply not a concept emphasized or taught within your conventional upbringing. However, we urge you to embrace the understanding that mastering your personal vibration is akin to mastering a complex and beautiful musical instrument. Consider the analogy of a guitar string. When plucked with precision, it produces a clear, resonant, and beautiful tone. In a remarkably similar fashion, you possess the innate ability to activate and emanate any desired feeling or energetic frequency from within your being merely by directing a precise and focused intention. The true, enduring challenge for the vast majority of individuals lies not in the initial activation of a desired frequency, but rather in the consistent and unwavering sustenance of that elevated tone over time. This mastery demands deliberate, focused attention, a continuous, gentle guardianship of your inner landscape, coupled with a profound, genuine desire to consciously choose and steadfastly remain in that higher vibrational state. If your sincere aspiration is to fully experience the profound peace, the expansive love, or the exhilarating joy that characterizes a higher vibrational existence, then it becomes absolutely imperative that you commit yourselves to the consistent, disciplined practice of sustaining those very frequencies within your being. Simultaneously, it is vital to consciously release any vestiges of tension, undue pressure, or excessive, forceful effort from this practice. We invite you to approach your vibrational cultivation with a spirit of playful curiosity and gentle exploration. Understand that you are not attempting to artificially force a particular feeling or frequency into existence. Rather, your role is to create an open, receptive internal space, allowing the desired vibration to naturally emerge, to resonate, and to gloriously sing through the very core of your being, unburdened and free. Therefore, we lovingly invite each of you to engage in this profound play with your own energetic field, not for the expectation of immediate, dramatic external results, but purely for the rich, intrinsic experience and the deep self-discovery it offers. Consider the disciplined dedication required to train your physical body for the demanding endurance of a marathon similarly. You must systematically and patiently train your consciousness to consistently hold and maintain higher, more expansive vibrations. This is a journey of gradual strengthening and refinement. You can initiate this transformative practice with modest, manageable increments, perhaps just a few dedicated minutes each day, intentionally focusing your awareness on gently raising your vibrational frequency. Even this seemingly gentle, yet deeply consistent practice possesses the power to dramatically and profoundly increase your inherent ability to remain poised, centered, and deeply grounded, even when external chaos fiercely swirls and eddies around you. We wholeheartedly invite you to integrate this joyful, empowering exercise as a regular, cherished, and indispensable part of your daily existence. Through this steadfast and loving commitment, you will gradually, yet undeniably, provide irrefutable proof to your inner self that you possess the profound capability not only to consciously choose, but also to consistently and resiliently maintain your desired state of being, irrespective of external circumstances. This, dear ones, is the very essence of true vibrational mastery, the sovereign command over your own energetic signature. We invite you, in this very moment, to pause and take a profound inward glance, consciously noticing the precise vibrational frequency you are currently emanating. Gently ask yourself, how do I truly feel at this exact instant? Where, within the intricate landscape of my physical body, do I most strongly perceive the presence of this energy? Perhaps you might discern a subtle yet pervasive tension in your abdominal region, which could be an indicator of underlying anxiety or unease. Conversely, you might experience a gentle, expansive warmth radiating from your chest, a clear signal of burgeoning love, peace, or profound gratitude. Through the practice of intimately familiarizing yourselves with your current vibrational state, recognizing its subtle nuances and dominant tones, you progressively gain the inherent power to consciously and deliberately adjust it. Even if, upon this inner examination, you discover that you're holding a frequency you do not prefer, such as the dense energies of stress, lingering sadness, or quiet resentment, it is of immense, invaluable importance to simply acknowledge its presence. Allow yourselves to feel that energy fully, completely, and most importantly, with an attitude of profound self-love and non-judgmental acceptance. For this compassionate awareness, this honest recognition, is always the very first, most crucial step toward profound personal transformation and energetic recalibration. Understand that you are, in every single moment, an inherently energetic being, perpetually radiating a unique frequency into the cosmos. This constant emanation of energy is not a choice, but an intrinsic, inseparable part of your very existence. Therefore, consciously practicing how to hold and sustain a deliberately chosen vibration is, in its purest form, a profound and continuous exercise in deeper self-knowledge and an exquisite journey of self-discovery, revealing more about your inner workings than perhaps any other spiritual discipline. As you develop the refined ability to precisely identify and skillfully work with the intricate array of energies flowing within you, you transcend mere reactivity and definitively become the sovereign master of your own internal state, the conductor of your personal symphony. And always remember this empowering truth should you, at any point, discover that you are inadvertently emitting a lower, less desirable vibration. You possess the immediate and absolute power to consciously alter it. You can, quite literally, retune your energetic instrument to resonate with a higher, more harmonious note, purely at your conscious will and intention. This profound level of self-mastery, this command over your inner energetic landscape, serves as an impenetrable shield. It ensures that external events, regardless of their intensity and manipulative tactics, no matter how cunningly devised, possess significantly less power indeed, almost no power to dislodge you from your core centeredness. Just like any form of physical exercise or mental discipline, the practice of keenly feeling and deliberately shifting your energetic frequency becomes progressively more intuitive, more effortless, and more natural with consistent, dedicated repetition. Before long, with diligent practice, a swift and brief inward glance will become all that is necessary to immediately inform you of the precise energetic frequency you are currently emanating and whether it aligns with your desired state of being. In this enlightened manner, you will consistently remain a steady, unwavering, and profoundly calm anchor amidst any storm, however tempestuous it may rage around you, rather than being passively tossed about and overwhelmed by its turbulent currents. A profoundly practical and highly effective method to integrate this principle into your daily life is to consciously initiate each new day with a simple yet powerful heart-centering ritual. Before you expose your consciousness to any external media, news, or the demands of your daily tasks, begin by gently closing your eyes, placing a comforting hand over your sacred heart space, and taking several deep, deliberate, and slow breaths, allowing each inhale and exhale to deepen your connection to your core. With clear, unwavering intention, consciously invoke and nurture within yourselves a profound feeling of expansive love, heartfelt gratitude, or radiant optimism, allowing these pure frequencies to fully permeate your being. Even a mere 5 minutes spent consciously dwelling within this elevated, heart-centered state can powerfully and decisively set your dominant vibrational frequency for the entire day ahead. Subsequently, throughout your waking hours, make it a regular practice to periodically check in with your inner energetic landscape. If you lovingly observe that your energy has subtly drifted, perhaps pulled off course by external stimuli or passing thoughts, then with gentle yet firm compassion, guide it back to that cherished, profoundly heart-centered feeling. This continuous self-tuning is paramount. Consider this ongoing process akin to a masterful musician meticulously tuning their instrument whenever it perceptibly drifts even slightly off-key. This consistent, deliberate recalibration ensures that you maintain the exquisite, harmonious melody of your consciously chosen, desired vibration, allowing your inner music to resonate clearly and beautifully, undisturbed by dissonance. A significant portion of what relentlessly pulls your consciousness into the gripping clutches of fear, pervasive anxiety, and debilitating hopelessness are, in truth, nothing more than elaborate illusions, sophisticated filters, meticulously placed over your innate perception. These insidious filters distort your understanding, causing situations to appear far more terrible, intractable, or utterly unsolvable than their actual, underlying reality dictates. In your purest, most profound essence, you are an incandescent being composed entirely of pure light and unconditional love. However, during your arduous journey through countless incarnations, you have, quite unknowingly, taken on and internalized innumerable layers of societal conditioning, inherited beliefs, and ancestral programming. These dense, obfuscating filters have meticulously accumulated over years and even across lifetimes, becoming deeply embedded within your energetic blueprint. Consequently, these very filters cause you to perceive and experience your magnificent inner light in a distorted manner, thereby profoundly skewing how you perceive both your own inherent self and the expansive world around you. As a vivid illustration, consider how pervasive media outlets and various forms of social programming tirelessly endeavor to paint a bleak, often exaggerated picture of rampant division, omnipresent danger, and unyielding despair. These relentlessly broadcast messages function as powerful, deliberate filters designed to profoundly obscure your innate, inherent knowing, the deep, intuitive understanding that, at its fundamental core, everything in the cosmos is ultimately well-ordered and divinely purposeful, and that unconditional love remains the ultimate, unifying reality of all existence. Furthermore, you may also unconsciously carry deeply ingrained personal illusion filters, self-limiting beliefs, such as I am perpetually unsafe, I am inherently not good enough, or I am unworthy of love, which invariably tint and color every single event, every interaction, and every perceived reality with a pervasive, fearful light. The liberating truth, however, is this: any such filter, no matter how ancient or deeply embedded, can be consciously and effectively removed, dissolved, and transmuted once you courageously recognize and acknowledge its true nature as merely an illusion, a construct rather than an inherent truth. By courageously and consciously undertaking the sacred work of removing these accumulated layers of distortion, actively releasing deeply ingrained fearful beliefs, letting go of the seductive grip of apocalyptic narratives, and consciously transmuting divisive thoughts, you initiate a profound process of awakening to your magnificent, authentic, true nature. As these veils gently dissipate, The radiant, bright light of your sovereign soul is then able to shine forth unobstructed, unimpeded, and with unparalleled clarity, illuminating vast aspects of reality and higher truths that you were previously incapable of perceiving or comprehending. Admittedly, the process of bravely letting go of these long-held illusions, these deeply entrenched filters, can indeed be a challenging experience, potentially manifesting as uncomfortable or even emotionally painful sensations during its initial stages. However, always remember that you possess the inherent sovereign choice to undertake this profound shedding at a pace that feels authentically right and harmonious for your individual being. Each and every piece of falsehood, every distorting belief that you consciously discard and release invariably brings forth an amplified measure of crystalline clarity, progressively revealing that the once ominous dark scenarios and perceived limitations were never, in their true essence, as solid, permanent, or unyielding as they once deceptively appeared. A truly fundamental key to effectively dissolving these pervasive 3D illusions and transcending their limiting grasp is to consciously cease the incessant overanalysis of external events and, instead, to deliberately cultivate and profoundly trust your inherent inner guidance. Your logical mind, having been meticulously conditioned by these ancient, deeply ingrained filters, possesses a tendency to frequently spiral into cycles of ceaseless worry, intellectual dissection, and often futile attempts to logically solve complex problems. This mental loop, while well-intentioned, inevitably keeps you tethered and stuck at a superficial, surface level of understanding and engagement. In stark and illuminating contrast, your Sacred Heart Center, as an unparalleled conduit of divine wisdom, intuitively knows and comprehends the deeper, more expansive truths that elude the rational mind. When you consciously choose to tune into the subtle, profound feelings arising from within you, truly listening to the gentle, persistent nudges of your intuition, and deeply resonating with the expansive frequency of unconditional love, you inevitably draw yourselves immeasurably closer to the brilliant, unwavering light of who you authentically, truly are at your core. Be aware, dear ones, that there exists an unwavering, steady, and infinitely benevolent frequency that is ceaselessly calling to you, resonating from beyond the thinning veil of 3D dramas and earthly illusions. This profound frequency is none other than the pure, expansive energy of Source itself, the loving, resonant voice of your own magnificent higher self and your devoted spiritual guides, gently but persistently calling you home to your true, multidimensional essence. You might perceive this gentle yet persistent call as an insistent, recurring inspiration to consistently choose peace over reactive anger or expansive compassion over limiting judgment. Even when your analytical mind is being relentlessly bombarded with a relentless stream of scary, fear-inducing scenarios and narratives, the exquisite, ascending fifth-dimensional energy is actively, powerfully, and unequivocally pulling you toward a significantly higher way of being, a state of profound resonance that feels, in the deepest chambers of your heart, like a glorious homecoming to your authentic, divine self. Even amidst the profound global chaos and seemingly overwhelming uncertainty of the present moment, you are capable of keenly perceiving this undeniable, magnetic pull toward unity, toward expansive love, and toward a sense of palpable relief. This higher frequency manifests within your being as a distinct sense of boundless possibility, an exhilarating openness, and a profound inner calm, especially when you consciously and deliberately shift your focus away from the constricting grip of fear and toward the expansive embrace of divine truth. We fervently encourage each of you to heed this sacred call with an open, receptive heart and a mind that is not only willing but eager to embrace the emergence of new, positive, and higher vibrational timelines for humanity. This magnificent, higher frequency path is unequivocally the very journey your soul intrinsically yearns to walk, the destiny it came to create. And we assure you, it becomes fully accessible and dynamically available to you the moment you courageously allow your profound inner feelings and intuitive guidance to lead you beyond the seductive, yet ultimately limiting illusions of the external world. As you continue to courageously navigate and move beyond these deeply ingrained illusions, it becomes absolutely crucial, indeed paramount, to cultivate an unwavering trust that your unique, unfolding journey cannot, by its very nature, ever be wrong. A particularly insidious trap of the dense, polarized 3D mindset is the pervasive fear, often subconscious, that you might inadvertently make a catastrophic mistake, take a disastrous wrong turn, or tragically fail your divine mission if you do not relentlessly monitor, intellectually dissect, and militantly fight against every single perceived threat or challenge that arises in your reality. We unequivocally assure you, from the expansive and infinite perspective of your eternal soul, that there is, in truth, no such phenomenon as a wasted experience, a fruitless detour, or an irreversible, irreparable mistake. Your magnificent higher soul, in its boundless wisdom and unconditional love, profoundly values and integrates every single experience you undergo, even those that your limited human self, operating from a linear perspective, might mistakenly label as unfortunate missteps or regrettable errors. In fact, every single choice you consciously make, every unique path you courageously explore, and every lesson you integrate serves to intricately weave a richer, more vibrant, and undeniably profound tapestry of your accelerating soul evolution. Understand that there is no singular, prescribed right path that you are obligated to meticulously discover amidst a multitude of supposedly wrong ones. Your journey is uniquely yours, a masterpiece in perpetual creation. Therefore, we implore you to gently release the immense, often self-imposed, pressure you place upon yourself to be absolutely perfect, to flawlessly execute every step, or to heroically fix every perceived problem in the external world. What truly matters most, what holds paramount significance for your soul's expansion, is that you courageously show up, fully present and engaged, to wholeheartedly experience life in all its multifaceted expressions, allowing yourselves to continuously learn, adapt, and grow with every step of your magnificent journey. In each fleeting yet potent moment, you possess the profound, sovereign power to consciously decide who you choose to be, what magnificent qualities you wish to embody, and what resonant, energetic frequency you desire to emanate. This pivotal decision is never, ever limited or dictated by the conditioning of your personal past, the karmic echoes of your myriad past lives, or the perceived authority of any external force or entity. It is an intrinsic, divinely bestowed right, perpetually yours to make anew, to recalibrate, and to consciously redefine in every single breath. Let this truth deeply resonate within your being. Not even the intricate tapestry of your past incarnations or the accumulated energetic patterns known as karma possess the power to dictate, define, or constrain who you become in this precise, sacred moment. Even if, as recently as yesterday, you found yourselves inadvertently engaging in the dense vibrations of anger or succumbing to profound despair, know that in this exact, potent instant, you are absolutely free to consciously choose to recenter yourself in the expansive frequencies of unconditional love and profound peace. Your inherent power of choice is immediate and boundless. Rest assured, no single past action you have ever undertaken, no perceived misstep or perceived failure, has irrevocably ruined anything in your destiny or delayed your soul's progression beyond the point of repair. There truly exists no point of no return on this magnificent, unfolding journey of self-discovery and evolution. You are, in your timeless essence, an eternal, sovereign being embarking upon an endless, multidimensional voyage, and every single twist, every turn, and every unexpected divergence ultimately serves the grand, overarching purpose of your profound spiritual expansion and growth. Embracing and deeply trusting this fundamental truth will miraculously liberate you from the constricting illusion that you have somehow strayed off your path, that you are lost or misguided. Instead, this profound trust will empower you to move forward on your unique trajectory with unwavering confidence, boundless grace, and an intrinsic knowing of your divine purpose. The energetic environment permeating Earth's atmosphere is currently undergoing a profound and unprecedented transformation, shifting with remarkable rapidity. This auspicious shift, dear ones, works immensely in your favor, particularly when you consciously and steadfastly remain focused on positive creation and the manifestation of benevolent outcomes. The exquisite, high-frequency photonic light, now ceaselessly bathing your planet, is quite literally accelerating every aspect of existence, including the astonishing speed with which your thoughts, intentions, and focused desires manifest in a tangible reality. Phenomena that previously demanded years of arduous effort and persistent struggle within the denser, older energetic paradigm can now manifest, with remarkable swiftness, in merely a fraction of that time. Profound personal and collective transformations that, in earlier eras, might have required months or even weeks to unfold, can now, under the powerful influence of the current cosmic influx and accelerated frequencies, astonishingly resolve and come to fruition in a matter of days, or even mere hours. This profound acceleration of manifestation is, without question, a formidable tool that the lingering forces of the old paradigm vehemently do not wish you to consciously utilize or fully comprehend. Their insidious preference is for you to remain perpetually bogged down in the paralyzing quicksand of self-doubt, fear, and interminable delays. However, we emphasize you possess an absolutely incredible and unprecedented advantage in this pivotal, transformative phase of the grand energetic shift. By consciously and harmoniously aligning yourselves with these incoming, potent photonic energies and the Earth's increasingly revitalized, higher-frequency energy grid, you are now empowered to co-create your desired outcomes with far greater ease, fluidity, and astounding speed than was ever conceivable in previous eras. It is crucial to profoundly recognize that the very energetic tools and mechanisms you are operating with have been fundamentally upgraded and vastly enhanced. You are no longer constrained or limited to the laborious, dense 3D methods of forceful pushing, strenuous struggling, or perpetual striving anew. More graceful paradigm awaits your embrace. Therefore, if there is a profound aspiration, a cherished dream, or significant contribution you deeply desire to experience or bring forth into manifest reality, know, with absolute certainty, that you are perfectly poised and divinely purposed to actualize it within the potency of this new, accelerated energy. Begin this magnificent process by consciously and completely releasing any old, outdated, or limiting beliefs you may harbor regarding the inherent difficulty or time-consuming nature of transformative change. These are merely echoes of a bygone era. Instead, with an unwavering sense of confidence and an expansive, audacious spirit, consciously step into the fullness of your innate creative power. Allow yourselves to viscerally feel the already manifested reality of your deepest desire, pulsing vibrantly within the sacred chamber of your heart, and profoundly trust that these benevolent, supportive new energies will exponentially amplify and accelerate your every pure intention. Remember your true heritage. You were divinely born to skillfully navigate, consciously direct, and harmoniously master these potent, incoming energies. Cultivating an unshakable belief in your innate, divinely endowed manifestation ability and consistently maintaining a positive, elevated focus will, without doubt, allow you to witness truly near magical, awe-inspiring results in your reality. Indeed, the very energetic grid of Earth itself, a complex vibrational matrix that has sustained life for countless millennia, is currently undergoing an unprecedented, extreme transformation through the constant influx of these newly arriving light particles. This profound recalibration is actively opening up entirely new possibilities, new dimensions of potential that are utterly inaccessible and simply never existed within the confines of the older, denser vibration. Therefore, we urge you to persistently and consciously reinforce within yourselves the empowering belief that positive, transformative change can indeed manifest with remarkable swiftness and profound ease. As you diligently cultivate this conviction, the benevolent, abundant universe will joyously meet you at your point of intention, enthusiastically supporting and amplifying your every heart-centered effort, guiding you toward effortless co-creation. Another profoundly crucial and indispensable aspect for not merely surviving, but truly thriving and flourishing within the vibrant currents of this new, accelerated energy is the unwavering embodiment of authenticity. This means deliberately choosing to engage in actions, expressions, and creations that genuinely ignite deep, resonant joy within your spirit, rather than succumbing to the temptation of seeking external approval, conforming to societal expectations, or capitulating to the paralyzing grip of fear. From our broader perspective, we observe with compassion that human beings frequently find themselves striving relentlessly to achieve specific outcomes or meticulously conforming to predefined norms, often driven by a deeply ingrained, subconscious hope of being perceived as good enough, worthy, or acceptable by others. This pervasive need for external validation, this yearning for approval from outside oneself, possesses the subtle yet potent power to dislodge even a highly attuned starseed from their inherent centeredness, particularly during periods when social pressures are intensely magnified or collective fears reach a heightened, pervasive state. However, let it be known that the most profound, truly expansive spiritual accomplishments and the deepest fulfillment emerge exclusively from actions undertaken purely, unreservedly, and unconditionally out of love. Reflect for a moment on that exquisite feeling you experience when you are so utterly absorbed and fully immersed in a creative project, a passionate endeavor, or a genuinely helpful task that the linear perception of time completely dissolves. In those sacred moments, you are not merely engaging in an activity, You are in the quintessential flow state of your soul's highest purpose and divine expression, a state of pure being. Within those crystalline moments of pure, unadulterated creation, your consciousness is entirely free from the burden of considering external perceptions or how your actions might look to others. You are simply divinely and authentically expressing the unvarnished truth of your magnificent true self. This profound state of uninhibited flow, of authentic being, is precisely the resonant frequency and inner sanctuary that we encourage you to consciously seek out and embody with increasing frequency. To illustrate this vital distinction, consider the contrast between an artist who courageously creates music or art that flows directly, authentically, and spontaneously from the deepest wellspring of their heart, versus another who meticulously tailors their creative output solely to fleeting trends, popular demands, or the pursuit of fleeting external popularity. The former's genuine creation radiates an undeniable sincerity, an intrinsic purity, and a profound high vibration that possesses the inherent capacity to genuinely elevate, inspire, and uplift the consciousness of all who experience it. Conversely, the latter's work, despite any superficial external success or widespread acclaim it might garner, will often resonate with an underlying emptiness, a lack of soul, failing to touch the deeper chords of humanity. If you find yourselves consciously or subconsciously seeking external recognition, or if you act primarily out of a deeply ingrained need to fit in with the prevailing crowd, perhaps impulsively joining the collective outrage or succumbing to widespread panic simply because those around you are doing, so you regrettably risk betraying the integrity of your own magnificent higher vibration. Remember, dear starseeds, your unique purpose on Earth is not to blend seamlessly into the dense, often tumultuous energies of the 3D crowd. Rather, you are here divinely placed to steadfastly hold, anchor, and radiate a distinct, unique, and profoundly elevated frequency for the benefit of all. Therefore, with utmost sincerity and loving urgency, we fervently urge you to remain steadfastly true to the unwavering compass of your inner guidance, even if following its wisdom momentarily sets you apart from the prevailing currents or expectations of the collective. Consistently engage in activities and expressions solely because they genuinely ignite, uplift, and illuminate your individual spirit, infusing your being with vibrant energy. Never act purely out of a sense of obligation, external pressure, or the expectation of a specific reward, for true alignment emanates from within. It is an exquisite paradox, yet a profound truth when you consistently maintain this inherent innocence and purity of intention. Operating from a place of unburdened authenticity, you will frequently discover that life itself, in its boundless wisdom and generosity, supports you with an astonishing abundance. The precise right people, the most opportune circumstances, and the ideal resources will seemingly effortlessly flow into your experience, precisely as you steadfastly and joyfully embody your unique, authentic self, resonating with your soul's true blueprint. By steadfastly remaining authentic and profoundly heart-centered in all your endeavors and interactions, you naturally and gracefully circumvent numerous ego traps and the pervasive, fear-based collective mindsets that seek to ensnare and limit consciousness. Furthermore, by staying unequivocally true to your soul's higher call and maintaining its unique frequency, you simultaneously forge a powerful energetic shield, protecting yourselves from being inadvertently dragged into the tumultuous currents of collective fear hysteria or widespread panic that often sweeps through humanity. In essence, Your unwavering authenticity serves as a powerful, immutable anchor, firmly rooted in the profound truth of your divine being. It keeps you steadfastly grounded, centered, and stable, even as those around you may be violently tossed, buffeted, and disoriented by the fierce winds and turbulent waves of the collective storm. As you consistently and joyfully embrace this authentic, heart-centered approach to life, you will, with increasing frequency, surprise yourselves with remarkable moments of extraordinary spiritual growth, enhanced intuitive abilities, and newly awakened capacities. Perhaps you will suddenly find yourselves maintaining an unshakable calm and serene composure in a situation that, in the past, would have instantly triggered profound emotional reactivity. Or you might experience an undeniable, intuitive flash of insight that effortlessly guides you to navigate and preemptively avoid a complex problem. You may even spontaneously discover yourselves channeling potent, pure, healing energy to lovingly assist someone in profound physical or emotional pain without any prior training. These beautiful and awe-inspiring instances are not mere coincidences. They are invaluable glimpses, profound validations of the immense, untapped power residing within your true essence, revealing the magnificent, multidimensional beings you are truly becoming. They serve as potent affirmations that you are indeed stepping fully into your divine blueprint, ready to co-create a new Earth reality from a space of sovereign love and unbridled potential. The journey continues, always unfolding, always expanding. Witnessing the magnificent emergence of your expanded, higher dimensional 5D self is a truly profound experience. When you find yourself transcending the perceived limits of what you once believed was attainable for yourself, even if it's just for a fleeting instant, allow yourself to deeply savor and appreciate that moment. Many individuals tend to attempt to seize these precious instances, striving to recreate them at will or meticulously analyze what precise actions they took to manifest them. Nevertheless, it is considerably more beneficial and spiritually nourishing to simply revel in the sheer joy and the profound sense of empowerment that such a breakthrough experience brings, rather than subjecting it to excessive intellectual scrutiny or overthinking its origins. Understand inherently that such an experience manifested for you precisely because your energetic vibration was perfectly aligned and you were intrinsically prepared to receive it. Rest assured, many more such divine moments are destined to unfold for you in due course. In fact, these truly extraordinary and transformative instances will not only become progressively more frequent in your journey, but will ultimately seamlessly integrate into what will become your new, elevated normal. As you conscientiously integrate each nascent ability or expanded perception into your being, what might have initially appeared as a rare, fleeting glimpse of potential progressively transforms into a deeply familiar and sustained feature of your everyday existence, particularly when you are truly ready to consistently maintain and embody it. It is absolutely crucial to understand that there is no prerequisite for you to be perpetually performing grand miracles or consistently exhibiting highly advanced spiritual abilities to confirm that you are indeed navigating the correct and divinely ordained path. In this very moment, there is no other place you should be, no other state you must achieve than precisely where you find yourself right now. You are emphatically not lagging behind, nor are you failing to keep pace with some perceived universal timeline. Rest assured, you have not overlooked or missed any critical, foundational step on your evolutionary journey. On the contrary, your unique and sacred life path is unfolding with exquisite perfection, entirely in accordance with the intricate and beautiful blueprint of your soul's divine plan, guided by an unseen hand of wisdom and love. Through the profound act of deeply accepting your current state of being and embracing precisely who you are in this present moment, this includes wholeheartedly acknowledging both the inherent abilities you presently possess and those extraordinary gifts you have yet to consciously uncover and activate. You unequivocally unlock and open wide the magnificent portal to constant, boundless, and ceaseless spiritual expansion. Understand that the ascension journey itself is inherently boundless and infinite in its scope. Consequently, there will forever be novel spiritual plateaus to attain, exhilarating new heights to gracefully reach, and an endless array of wondrous, unfolding gifts to meticulously explore. This profound understanding underscores precisely why it is utterly paramount to consciously cultivate and discover profound joy, deep contentment, and vibrant happiness within the precious here and now of your existence, rather than perpetually deferring it to an elusive future state. When you consciously make the liberating choice to embrace a playful spirit and genuinely have fun with your personal spiritual evolution and the potent process of conscious reality creation, you radically transform the entire fabric of your experiential journey. This shift allows each and every day to become exquisitely rich with profound meaning, imbued with a vibrant sense of magic, and alive with serendipitous synchronicities. Consequently, you begin to truly live out that fabled happily ever after not as a distant fairy tale, but as an immediate reality in each passing moment, wholeheartedly embracing present joy rather than constantly postponing your intrinsic happiness to some elusive, anticipated future achievement or external validation. Especially in these increasingly dynamic and often turbulent times, your myriad interactions with other individuals constitute an exceptionally significant and often catalytic component of your ongoing spiritual growth and profound evolution. Understand that every single relationship you cultivate, it with cherished friends, beloved family members, intimate lovers, or indeed, even your connections within the broader collective society that surrounds you, is fundamentally a vibrant, co-creative dance of intricate energies, a constant exchange that profoundly shapes and reflects your inner world. As you consciously connect your unique energetic signature with that of another person, you gain invaluable access to profound reflections and mirror images of yourself that you might otherwise remain entirely unaware of when isolated. These intricate relationships frequently serve as potent conduits, revealing diverse streams of data and hidden information from deep within the core of your being. They possess the inherent capacity to both trigger unresolved aspects of your consciousness, spark profound inspiration for growth, and ultimately assist you in discovering previously unacknowledged or nascent facets of your extraordinary self. Consequently, the profound union with others stands as an exceptionally potent and indispensable tool for accelerating your spiritual evolution. Nevertheless, it remains absolutely paramount to consciously maintain a state of being that is deeply heart-centered and fiercely sovereign. Even as you gracefully engage in this intricate energetic dance and interaction with the diverse individuals around you. While it is a perfectly natural and loving aspiration, you may deeply wish and earnestly hope that everyone you cherish and hold dear could simultaneously awaken and embrace a higher, fifth-dimensional 5D perspective right alongside you. However, it is vital to gently remind yourself that each individual soul possesses its own unique, divinely ordained timing and its entirely distinct, personalized evolutionary path. Consider, for instance, A situation where some of your beloved family members appear entirely absorbed in the pervasive tide of frightening news cycles and consequently find themselves deeply immersed in a state of profound anxiety. In such instances, you are absolutely capable of extending genuine compassion and profound understanding towards them, all without inadvertently internalizing or taking on the heavy energetic burden of their fear. You can gently, with loving intention, share your own calmer, more grounded perspective or tenderly offer words of reassurance and hope, however. It is crucial to recognize that you ultimately cannot force another individual to release their worry or shift their own internal state. Their awakening is their own journey. Ultimately, each unique individual must embark upon their awakening process in their own perfectly orchestrated divine time. And this fundamental truth is perfectly acceptable and intrinsically harmonious. This bears repeating. Always remember with loving grace that every single soul possesses its own sacred, individualized timing and its profoundly unique, unfolding path. It is a natural dynamic that sometimes a close partner or a dear friend will gracefully evolve and expand alongside you, their journey beautifully mirroring your own. Yet, at other junctures, they may appear to lag somewhat behind your current pace or even consciously diverge onto a distinctly different trajectory within their own spiritual journey. It is absolutely vital to comprehend that this divergence unequivocally does not signify that you have somehow failed in your connection or responsibility, nor does it imply that you are obligated to descend into a lower vibrational, third-dimensional 3D vortex of struggle in an attempt to forcibly pull them out. Your path is your own, and theirs is theirs. Let this truth deeply resonate. You are not, and never have been, personally responsible for the spiritual progress or the intrinsic happiness of any other individual soul. Having articulated this crucial boundary, it is equally important to acknowledge that you are all intrinsically interconnected, participating together in this vast, shared, and intricate collective human experience. Therefore, you are profoundly called upon to honor and extend unconditional love to others, recognizing them as fellow sovereign divine beings, each unfolding their unique journey with profound purpose and grace. To truly honor others necessitates the compassionate act of allowing them the sacred space to fully embrace and navigate their own unique tapestry of experiences, even when those experiences involve the sometimes challenging, lower vibrational struggles inherent in the 3D realm. Simultaneously, as you steadfastly maintain your own elevated and vibrant energetic frequency, it is equally imperative to consciously provide yourself with precisely what you genuinely require within any given relationship dynamic. This might manifest as establishing clear and healthy boundaries, dedicating essential time for self-care and personal replenishment, or fostering authentic, open, and heart-centered communication. Furthermore, by modeling this behavior, you implicitly encourage others to embrace the same self-respecting practices for themselves, fostering a healthier collective environment. As you engage in every interaction, consciously endeavor to bring your true, unvarnished, and authentic self fully to the table, generously sharing your unique perspective and insights, always imbued with a gentle yet powerful vibration of love. In this profound and transparent manner, you not only offer the pure essence of who you truly are, but you also implicitly extend a heartfelt invitation for the other person to feel safe enough to reciprocate, revealing their own genuine self in return, fostering deeper, more meaningful connections. A truly heart-centered connection, one rooted in unconditional love and authenticity, is decidedly not about attempting to fix one another's perceived imperfections, nor is it about exhaustively sacrificing every ounce of your precious energetic reserves in a futile endeavor to save someone from their own journey. Rather, it is profoundly about each individual consciously offering their genuine, attentive presence and extending heartfelt, unbiased compassion to the other, creating a sacred space for mutual understanding and acceptance. Through the cultivation of such conscious, intentional, and heart-aligned interactions, both individuals involved are empowered to experience profound personal growth and evolution. Each person is able to gracefully draw forth the precise soul lessons and insights they genuinely require for their own unfolding journey, all without the risk of inadvertently losing their unique sense of self or compromising their personal sovereignty in the intricate process of connection. The profound principle of remaining deeply heart-centered extends its vital application to how you conscientiously discern and process the vast influx of information and spiritual guidance in a world that is quite literally overflowing and often saturated with myriad differing opinions, a constant stream of news narratives, and an eclectic array of spiritual teachings. Cultivating this inner wisdom is now more crucial than ever. We earnestly wish for you to comprehend a fundamental truth. The most profoundly significant and impactful truths are invariably those that reverberate and resonate deeply within the sanctuary of your own innate heart space. Our guiding messages to you and indeed any authentic or genuine spiritual teachings from any source should never, under any circumstances, devolve into rigid, inflexible dogmas or prescriptive doctrines. Instead, these truths are meant to be deeply felt and experienced on an intuitive, energetic level, far more profoundly than they are merely intellectually understood or analyzed by the logical mind alone, for the heart holds wisdom the mind often overlooks. Within the very core of every genuine message imbued with authentic love and profound wisdom, there exists a subtle yet powerful underlying vibration. We, as your guides, purposefully embed a discernible loving frequency within the energetic fabric of our words, specifically designed to gently but potently awaken and activate your own inherent inner knowing and intuitive wisdom, helping you to remember the truths already held within your soul. When you intentionally shift your focus to how a particular message genuinely makes you feel on a visceral, energetic level, you effectively unlock and access even more profound layers of your authentic personal truth. A message that is aligned with your highest good typically evokes a profound sense of inner peace, a surge of empowering confidence, and a vivid remembrance of your true, divine essence. These deeply felt sensations are unmistakable and reliable signs of genuine resonance, indicating that you are aligning with wisdom meant for you. This vital principle of discernment applies universally, irrespective of whether the information originates from conventional mainstream media outlets or from various alternative channels and spiritual sources. Authentic truth, regardless of its origin, consistently carries an unmistakable vibration of deep empowerment, expansive possibility, and inherent unity. In stark contrast, falsehoods, misleading narratives, or underlying manipulative agendas invariably emit a divisive, constricting, and inherently disturbing energetic charge that can be intuitively felt by your heart. Even if a piece of information or guidance emanates from a perceived authority figure, a respected leader, or a source that confidently claims to possess all the definitive answers, if its ultimate effect is to primarily instill only fear, foster deep division among humanity, or cultivate a sense of helpless dependency, then you can be absolutely certain that it is fundamentally not aligned with your highest personal good or your evolutionary path. Trust your internal guidance system above all else. We, as your benevolent guides, for instance, would never ask you to believe our messages blindly or to follow our perspective without thorough, thoughtful self-questioning and internal validation. Our profound and sole intention is to gently inspire you to activate your own inner illumination, to shine a light that empowers you to discover genuine clarity, authentic understanding, and unshakable wisdom emanating from deep within your own being. The answers you seek are truly within you. Indeed, we truly consider our guidance to be successful, not when you passively agree with every single word we communicate, but rather when you actively and consciously connect with your own intrinsic power, your innate intuitive wisdom, and your profound capacity for discernment, all as a direct result of feeling the gentle, resonant presence of our loving vibration. It is your activation, not your adherence, that signifies our success. In profound truth, we who serve as your benevolent higher guides are not separate entities, but rather integral extensions of your own expanded being, shimmering aspects of the vast, interconnected universal consciousness of which you are an inherent and indispensable part. Therefore, when you consciously choose to allow our loving, supportive energy to flow into your experience, you are in essence simply awakening and integrating a previously dormant or unrecognized piece of your own magnificent, multidimensional self, returning to wholeness. Cultivate the practice of approaching all incoming information, regardless of its source, with this same unwavering heart-centered discernment. Trust implicitly that you possess the inherent wisdom and intuitive capacity to genuinely feel what resonates as true and authentic for your own unique journey. By steadfastly adhering to this internal compass, you will remain firmly centered in the sanctity of your heart space, thereby becoming impervious and unable to be easily manipulated or swayed by pervasive fear-based agendas and narratives that seek to control. Even when you consistently apply strong, well-honed discernment and maintain a conscious, unwavering focus, you will from time to time inevitably find yourself momentarily triggered by something external. And it is absolutely essential to understand that this occurrence is perfectly natural and entirely okay. Perhaps a particularly heated exchange or a challenging interaction with another individual leaves you feeling profoundly furious, or a disturbing global event stirs within you an intense wave of sadness or a surge of primal fear. When these powerful emotional reactions surface, consciously recognize them not as setbacks, but as profound opportunities. They are revealing an unintegrated aspect or fragmented part of yourself that is yearning, truly asking for your unconditional love, acceptance, and gentle integration. Understand this vital truth: every single emotional trigger you experience is, in reality, a precious and divinely orchestrated opportunity to consciously integrate a fragment or a previously disowned piece of yourself that you have not yet completely embraced with love. Therefore, far from representing a setback or a regression, the very act of being triggered is an intrinsic and necessary part of the profound process of becoming entirely whole, unified, and truly authentic in your being. Indeed, it is a fascinating and intentional aspect of your soul's journey that you subconsciously attract experiences and situations into your reality that are specifically designed to draw out these unhealed, unacknowledged parts of yourself, precisely so you can consciously bring them into the illuminated light of awareness for integration. True ascension, beloved one, is emphatically not about developing an impenetrable immunity to all so-called negative feelings or about never again encountering challenges or difficulties in your life. Rather, its essence lies deeper. Authentic ascension is, at its core, a profound and continuous process of inner work. It beautifully blossoms from lovingly reclaiming, integrating, and accepting every single piece and fragment of yourself, every shadow, every light. It is emphatically not achieved through the sudden acquisition of extraordinary supernatural abilities, nor is it magically granted or contingent upon any singular external event, such as a major governmental change or a global financial reset. Your true evolution unfolds from within. You gracefully ascend in every single moment. You consciously choose to accept and unconditionally love yourself, precisely as you are right now, embracing every perceived flaw and imperfection as an integral part of your unique human tapestry. When feelings such as anger, shame, envy, or any other uncomfortable or challenging emotion inevitably arise within your being, instead of instinctively pushing them away, suppressing them, or harshly judging yourself for their presence, we invite you to consciously try a radically different, more compassionate approach. Instead, welcome that challenging emotion with the same tender empathy and open heart you would extend to a suffering, vulnerable child seeking comfort and understanding. This profound act of welcoming does not, by any means, imply that you should express the feeling in a destructive or harmful manner towards yourself or others. Rather, it signifies a conscious, internal acknowledgement of its presence and a gentle, compassionate offering of self-love and understanding to that part of you that is experiencing distress, allowing it to be seen and held.